Today we will just be talking about. We are supposed to move to a different part of from the things we discussed the last time that I was going to teach. Are we done with those things that you guys wrote down? Who can remind us? We said we were going to do certain things. We did some. I don't know if we treated everything. We said some ifs, count ifs, average ifs, right? Hello, can am I speaking to you?
The average if, he just gave us as assignment, we've not treated it.
Yeah, so that will be assignment for you. It's not a magical stuff. It works the same way. So it's not magic. It works the same way. So it will be an assignment for you guys to do. Um, Other than that, we are done with the aggregate. We are supposed to move to the use of pivot table. Um, then we are going to do Power Query. Please write that down. But before then, I thought about some things I wanted to talk to us about, and
Pivot table and what?
Power Query.
Okay, sir, can you bring the mic close to your mouth so that it does not.
You guys are not hearing me like this.
It's better.
Hmm. So, like I said, we'll be treating. Uh, can you guys hear me clearly now?
Yes, sir.
So we'll be treating pivot table and Power Query. Uh, but before then, I wanted to teach you guys how to do some manipulation. Using is what we are going to do today. Yeah, we'll do concatenate, we'll do proper, we'll do upper and lower. So these are four functions I wanted to take us through. And so let's assume, let me see, I'm going to copy this, going to paste it here. We're going to use, yeah, so I'm just going to do it, or maybe okay, so now, oh, this thing is too long. Let me look for something short. So this is how to use proper function. Now let's say um I typed something like this, right? I made a mistake. I did a lot of typing and I made a mistake. This is not how I want to present my text, right? I want to present it in such a way that each word, we have how many words here? Um, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 words. Each beginning of a word would carry capital letter, right? And I don't want to have to go back, and I'm too lazy to say this is how, like that. I'm just too lazy to do that. There's an easier way to do that. A function called proper, and you are just going to do a cell referencing. You say equal to, then you type proper, and this text, you can decide to enter this text here as well, or since that you've written it, you just make reference to it and click on OK. Can you see now? It has assisted me to auto correct what I intended to do in the first place. That's one way to go about it, or you can decide to say upper, then you do your typing, but that's just, it's just a weird way. So if you've actually pressed the equal to sign, right, and you want to put a text, right, always put your double quotation. This is how to use proper function. Always use, as much as you've entered the equal to, now it will look like a normal, it will just look like this. However, you can now see the difference. Equal to, then you put your inverted double quotation, open and close. Now the reason why this is really important is, in the event I want to use the same proper I want to use the same proper text, right? I want to use the same proper function, but I want to type the text inside it. So if I type my proper, I'll have to, because I want to put a text now, I don't want to do any cell referencing. I'll do double quotation, open and close. Do you get? Which is what you are seeing here. The reason why I did the proper, why I didn't enter it in the first place, was I made a mistake. Okay, that's why you see lower. I made a mistake and I didn't want to have to retype it again, and that's why I just used the function. I was too lazy. Quite lazy to do this thing. So the proper function, like they say proper noun. What is proper noun? Anything that starts with a capital letter, right? The proper noun will be name, state, country, right? Names of, I think, is names of animals part of proper nouns? Who can help me respond to that?
Yeah. It is.
So all of those things, if you are writing them inside a sentence, when you want to start a sentence, you start it with capital letter. So if they are even in the middle of a sentence or they are ending a sentence, you have to start their first letter of that word with a capital letter, because they are proper nouns. So this works the same. So, but if you say proper, it applies to everything here. Now, I don't know if that's understood. Is that understood?
Yes.
So the same thing, if I want to actually do I want to I want to make everything in capital letter. Every letter in this particular sentence in capital letter, or every letter in every word of this sentence. I would initiate the function equal to upper, and I'll do a cell referencing to this guy and click on OK. And you can now see that it has converted this particular text um, to all caps. And if I want to change everything to lower, I'll just say lower, and I'll do a cell reference into this text here. Somebody unmuted. Do you want to say something?
No, sir.
Okay. Sorry, excuse me. So let's say let me see. Okay, good. I have one sorry, just pardon me. I have a particular list. I have this particular list. I have a list that has first name and last name, right? I want to make a new column, full name. The full name will be the summation of the first name and last name. Is that not? So there are two ways you can go about this. You can say equal to, right? You do a cell referencing. The first name, then you say and the last name. Click on OK. But what is the problem with this? The problem with it is that both the first name and last name is joined. Is that not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So in order to rectify that, I'm going to add a space in between. Now, mind you, if I want to add a space in between, because I want to add a space is also a text, but an empty text, right? So I'm going to enter my, after the first name, and I do and, I'll say double quotation mark, space, double quotation mark, double quotation, sorry, and say and you now see that that double quotation and I now give space now gave me this Chioma Inziak. Now, if I remove this space in this double quotation, I didn't put any space. You see that it still gave me the same thing. So it's worthy to know that even space is also a text, and anytime you want to put space, you have to put a double quotation. That is one way to go about it. Then of course you can click and drag, or you double click and it's going to apply, and that's just the good thing about it. Now, are you noticing that now this name, just so you know, this name was filled by certain people using Google Form. You can now see that some people filled their name in capital letters, small letters, right? Is that not? Now, if I want to now put it in proper, being that they are proper noun, what will I do? I'll say equal to, I'll say proper, and I'll just cell reference to this guy, and you can see it didn't make any difference because this person filled their name now. But something like Esther Oluokon would adjust itself to a proper noun, and somebody like this Chikube Abba would adjust itself. Something like the Dr. Oluwakemi or Olaniyan would adjust itself. The Queen Chinyere Francis would adjust itself. Taiwo Adeni will adjust itself to proper noun and stuff. And you can then combine multiple functions by saying it's now for me to say proper, and I'll now encapsulate everything. I'll just encapsulate this, click on OK, and you can see it has adjusted itself. So I no more have use for this. I'll delete, right? And so we have successfully combined two particular so to say function, although this one is not actually a function, but this, so in other words, this is just a custom built formula. That is one way to go about it. The other way is, now this way is very stressful, the first one. The other way is to use concatenate. I'll say equal to concatenate, and so I'll do the first cell referencing, and this time around I'll just say comma, the second cell referencing, click on OK, and it's giving me the same thing. So I'll still apply the same technique I applied here by putting double quotation mark in between the first cell referencing, cell reference and second cell reference. So in between, I'll now say double quotation and give a space in between, space, then OK. Now, in order for me to take care of the likes of Esther, I'm going to then say add proper, another function. So you can see now I've combined both concatenate and proper to solve the problem of capital letter that I don't want, and you can see it has adjusted itself. That is one way to go about it. The third way, I think I will just give it space here. Flash fill. Remember that flash fill? I'll say Chioma. I'll first type. You can see automatically it has already done it for me. Can you guys see? And these are in 2021. So I actually will not even do anything. It has automatically even filled it for me. But let's assume that I don't want it. I just type Chioma Inziako. The next thing I'm just going to do is go to data and do this flash fill here. Oh, sorry. I'll do data flash fill here. I'll click on flash fill, and it is intuitive to already know that because I've typed the first example, it will just assume that most likely I want to do a proper, I want to combine and use proper noun for it, which is a word with a capital letter. That is another way to go about it. So you guys have seen how you use um, functions like proper, lower, upper, and watch what happens. So if I say no, I want to say Chioma, Chioma, sorry, hold on, Chioma, oh, sorry, Chioma. Now I'm going to say small letter in there. Oh, click on OK. Can you see what it has done? It is intuitive enough to say, oh, I actually want to use the first name or the first name as capital, all caps, then the last name as all small letter. Teslim did not really it didn't really work that way, which is rather unfortunate. So it's one of the shortfalls of using flash fill. So in order for me to redo this, I can decide to say let me see, in between this place, let's say what I want is the first name to be capital and the second name to be all small letter. I can say equal to, I would say look, watch what happens. So I will say concatenate. Now I'll say upper, oh sorry, I would say upper, then I'll put the first name, then I want a space in between, so I'll do inverted comma, space, inverted comma, and I'll now say lower and refer to this person, and I'm done. You can see I've applied three different functions to give me this my desired result, and it will guarantee me that result because now I am very deliberate and it's not going to change. So Abdullah Adamu Magaji is because his first name is Abdullah Adamu Magaji. You can see Teslim, there was a mistake here. It has corrected itself here as the first name, and so on and so forth. So we've done for four different functions, and I used three in this particular place, which is pretty interesting. So this is how you do text manipulation, and a lot of times you might use it, especially if we are trying to do something like this, or you are trying to get a unique identifier for a particular role. Maybe you want to do some form of comparison, and you are looking for a way to compare two different data sheets together. Sometimes we use concatenate. Hopefully in the nearest future, I'm going to show you guys a use case. Let me see. The next thing I also want to show us is how to combine some other kind of text manipulation. So let's say I want to say I went to the market to buy 50 apples at 250 naira each, costing me a total of that would be 7,500, right? Is that 5 times will be yeah, no, please correct me. 250 multiplied by 50 will be what?
12,500.
Okay, it's 12,500 naira. Now, so this is what I want to write. I've already written it, but now I want to make my text dynamic. Dynamic in the sense that I want anytime I let's say if I say I went to the market, I want to change these 50 apples to 60, and this total should change, right? You can do that by text manipulation. All I just need to do is just to say equal to and make this whole text part of a formula instead. Now, you see where this 50 is. I'm going to end it with an inverted comma. I'll say and, right? And maybe I'll do a cell reference, and I will now say and I'm going to remove the 50. I will say let's say this, and at this particular where the number is, I'll say and I'll do another cell reference in here, and I'll complete and then inverted comma, sorry, made a mistake. Then where this ends before the number, and I'll end it with an inverted comma. I'll say and I'll now do another cell reference in here. And this time I don't need, because it's cell referencing, I don't need so this is it. Now what I want to do is I can then say and then I'll say I've never actually tried this before. I'll say h3 multiply by h4, I think. Oh, so you can see it's already showing me 0. Now what I can then do is to say 50 apples. Oh, sorry, h3. So 50 apples at maybe let's say 300 naira each, and you can then see my so you guys can see how I have actually somewhat automate this particular process in such a way that if I say I bought 40 I say 40 applies actually 40 apples, yeah, 40 apples at 300 naira each, costing me 15,000. If I now say I want to say 30 apples, you can see what it will cost me, 9,000 naira. And you can see the way I automated this particular text in such a way that it's actually doing some computation for me without necessarily going to touch it manually. And that's how you do text manipulation. If you want, you can also use the concat as well, concatenate.
It's like you're not recording this class.
No, it's recording. You can see it here, it is recording.